Hello, hello, hello. Good night. I think I'm going to use the other microphone because I don't want to put this one on my head. Or it's going to be the same. Probably it's going to be the same because I would have to put this. How is this? I guess I could use the other one same way. Hello, hello, hello. Guess I could still put it down. Yeah, it's all right. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Let me wait on a little bit. Good night. Blessed MLK Day to everybody. Just made a mess with this cord. Yeah. All right. So tonight the topic of discussion is remembering the ones that gave their lives for us so we could improve our lives. And I said health is wealth. So as you all know that this channel mostly focus on health issues. The main focus of the channel is to break down some of the medical conditions that we see each day in our daily lives and to simplify them. So health is really our focus on this channel. But there are so many things that bears on our health. And so don't think it's irrelevant what I'm going to say here tonight. It's MLK's birthday, Dr. King's birthday. So I think it's befitting to focus on health tonight in celebrating his life. I wasn't able to go out in the street today. I wasn't able to attend any parades. Didn't even put the TV on to see what's out there. But I think the Lord laid on my heart today to come and speak on this topic that I have selected. So give me another minute. Give me a minute here. Let me check something out. I want to make sure that my microphone and everything is working. All right, give me a minute. Okay. So, honoring those that gave their lives so ours could improve. Okay, that's the topic. We want to share the live. Okay, that's the topic. Okay. Want to share the live. Okay, that's the topic. Okay. Want to share the live. That's the topic. Want to share the live. Hello, hello. Okay, that's just one. Send out the live. All right. Hey, what you doing? I'm on YouTube. I'm doing my Dr. King presentation tonight. If you're not busy, if you're already home, um, log on if you don't mind. let me let me share that. YouTube. Okay. Today is Martin Luther King's birthday, and as I looked around and I tried to examine myself today and look at the gains that we have made since the Civil Rights Act, my heart was really heavy. And I thought about what gains we have made over the years and what other gains we need to also make. Mhm. So, just a minute. Yes, so the topic tonight, honoring those that gave their lives so ours could improve and our health is wealth. We know that Dr. King gave his life um, in order for us to achieve some of the things he used to um, be an advocate for, the right to good schools, the right to integrated schools, and so on. Um, we sometimes don't tend to think about those things. We take things for granted. We have a tendency to say, oh, that was back in the day. We don't, you know, need those we don't need to fight for rights anymore. Everything is all right. We can go to school, we can do this, we can do that, and everything. But it's important that we reflect back on the times back in the day when this country was segregated. That was the norm. When people like us, blacks, were treated less than humans, where I guess our lives to a certain extent still doesn't matter now, but then it was even more. And people like Dr. King and other civil rights leaders, they are the ones that paved this way for us. So as I reflect today, and as I try to honor him, honor his memory, because he's not around anymore, so I can't really honor him per se, but I can honor his memory, then I think of what are we doing as far as making use of the provisions that they, meaning, um, made possible for us. All the struggles that they went through, are we utilizing those gains properly? You know, one of Dr. King's famous speech is the I Have a Dream speech. And every time I listen to Dr. King's speech, it's as if I'm just hearing it. It's never stale for me. I have a dream. But tonight, listeners, I want to ask you, although Dr. King said he had a dream, yes, back then it was a dream, but today I am beseeching you to stop dreaming and start doing. And especially our young people who are just coming up, you have a wealth of opportunity, a lot of generation. So my message to you is to stop dreaming and start doing. And this may be in the form of going to school. It's not everybody is going to go to college or university, but at least acquire a trade, something that you can make a living. Okay? Stop dreaming and start doing. Healthcare. And that's my pet peeve. That's my mission, one of my missions, to help bring awareness to the health crisis that Blacks, especially Blacks, other marginalized people too, but especially Blacks are on the very low as far as healthcare. We tend to, the morbidity rate among Blacks tends to exceed other races. So that is why one of my mission is to bring these courses or tutorials or videos, whatever you wish to call them. That's my mission, to help us to understand the different health conditions, how they affect us, and bring awareness to them so we can seek treatment as soon as possible. So those were some of the gains that the early civil rights leaders made. They used to have, just like they had inferior schools, they had inferior hospitals for Blacks. Now we can pretty much, it's not an equal thing, don't get me wrong, but we can pretty much get decent care. We have a lot of healthcare providers who are Blacks like ourselves. A lot of us have gone on to school and we have really excelled. So it's not like back in the day, but I want us to reflect and look back in the past when a person like you and I could not go into a decent hospital facility. They would have some little inferior, rundown, mal-equipped place for us to go. Now there are a lot of state-of-the-art facilities, and we can basically pick, choose, and refuse, especially if we have the financial means, insurance, what have you. We can go basically anywhere we want to. But still, healthcare is not equal. And I'm here to tell you that during 2020, I had some health issues, and that was an eye opener to me. You know, I'm a medical technologist, and I was so surprised at the treatment that I got, and some of the treatment was from my own people. They were the gatekeepers at those facilities, but they treated you like nothing. It's sad for me to say that, but I experienced it. I had facilities that I had to discontinue going to because they treated you like a homeless person on the street. So health care is not equal. And a lot of us, we tend to gravitate to other things, let's put it that way, put other things over our health. And that is why part of the topic of this discussion is health is wealth. And it is. If we have health, Oh, we have basically most of us strive. So we need to take care of our health. We need to be educated. We need to um, watch forums, go to trainings, listen to speakers who are talking about our health and heed the warning. Don't wait until when we have a cancer that metastasizes, spreads all over in our bodies, then at that time we are seeking help. In our black population, our males are very high in the percentage of men that comes down with prostate cancer. We need to start looking. Men need to start go taking the tests, getting their PSA done and other diagnostic tests to monitor and catch prostate cancer early. Women, we are very prone to breast cancer, ovarian cancer, and so on. And so on. We need to be watching our health, learning about our bodies, and try to change our habits. Yes, that's one of the things. We need to change our habits. First, be educated. Learn whatever information we go to the library sometimes. Take up your phone. There is a wealth of information. YouTube is like an encyclopedia. You can find out anything you want. Just type it in. Type in a phrase, what is so and so? How to do so and so or so. And there's a wealth of information. YouTube is not just there for drama and reporting killing and all that foolishness that's we tend to like to watch. It's there, it's an educational tool, and it's there for you to get whatever information you need. So sometimes we need to use it. Research something, look up what this disease is, look what this condition is, and learn something about your health. And especially those of us, we have children, learn about childhood diseases, stay abreast of things, you know. All the information that we have to our command now, it's overwhelming sometimes. So we need to make use of the information that is out there. Don't just sit down and get bogged down in whole wife tales and lot of foolishness. We are now more educated than we ever were. And when I say educated, I'm not talking about schooling. I'm not talking about degrees. Okay? I'm talking about the things that are there that we learn, we informally. We are way ahead of our ancestors, and we need to use it to our benefit. Okay? Um, there are so many conditions now that are affecting blacks that other races, it's not as high. And why? Why in 2020 and 2021, when the big C was at its peak, the statistics on blacks that were affected was so high. Why? You know, have we ever stopped to think about it? Okay. So have we population in the United States here is, I think, third. Caucasian, then Hispanic, then blacks. Yet the percentage of black people who met their demise from COVID was such at a high percentage. And not only just the big C, other conditions too. Why is this so? You know, why is the mortality rate for blacks, even with children, having children, it surpass other race? We need to look into ourselves, you know, and we need to stop daydreaming or whatever we're doing, whatever kind of dream. We need to put our dreams into action, you know. Before we could say, okay, we're not, you know, we can't read. Some of us couldn't read back in the day. Most of us, we're coming from the plantation. But now there's no excuse, absolutely no excuse. No one, especially in this country. And I'm not just addressing Jamaicans on this live. I'm talking any black anywhere, whether it's in Africa, Europe, wherever. We have no excuse not to seek out education and improve ourselves. Absolutely no excuse. We can't just sit there and fold our arms and be reactive when things happen to us. We have to take our health in our hands. Make sure we get our shots. Children, preschoolers, right up to school age kids, make sure that they're not behind in whatever shots and boosters they are supposed to get. You know, I know there is a lot of controversy over the vaccine right now for corona. And I'm not here to tell you to take it or not to take it. You're supposed to get informed and make your informed decision on what what is best for you. But what I'm trying to get at is there so many misinformation going around about the vaccine and so much conspiracy theory and what have you. You know, it's just to the roof. So what are we doing? We just run around and just distribute falsehoods that we hear. We need to be educated, read about the thing, go on the website. There are a lot of health professionals that breaks things down to for you, and just don't just you know callously leave yourself vulnerable and your family members. You know, why are we at the end of the health chart? Hmm. I honestly don't know. I've worked in healthcare for 30 something years. And I don't see, probably, I'm not gonna say there are not discriminatory practices out there still in healthcare. Um, but it shouldn't be to the point where we are ranking last and everything, you know. A lot of us, we have diabetes. We're not taking care of our bodies or eyesight. We're developing glaucoma and macular degeneration and all kind of health problems because we just neglecting ourselves. Kidney disease, a lot of our people who have to be dialyzed, it could be prevented. Hmm? I've seen people who have had major heart surgery sitting out there drinking. What is it? What is wrong with us? Huh? People that you thought they weren't gonna make it, and you know, God stepped in and the medical professionals, and they are here. Yet still they fight to the very thing that caused them to have that problem, helped to cause them to have that problem, the smoking and the everlasting drinking. And I'm not saying people not to drink. I have a few drinks myself every now and then. But you have to practice moderation. And if you know you're on medication and your life depends on it, your health depends on it, you have to know when to quit. You have to know when to quit this cigarette smoking. And as we get older and older, the time is even short. Time is on us to quit those bad habits. You know, there are people with emphysema and all kind of breathing problem, all kind of respiratory problem. And the first thing they pop in their mouth in the morning is a cigarette. So again, I call on you, stop dreaming and start doing. If you know you have certain health problems, basically every health problem, overweight is a problem. And I myself is battling with that. I've managed to drop off 20 pounds, but I'm fighting really hard to keep it off. I've gained back a few pounds when I weighed. I'm trying to at least go into the 60s, 160s. But it's very hard. But we have to try. You can't just fold your arms and think it's just gonna happen. Smoking and heavy drinking, those are two habits that practically every health condition, those two things contribute negatively towards them. So we need to seriously look if we are smoking or drinking heavily to cut down on the drinking, probably an occasional social drinking, that's not too bad. A lot of medications, you're not supposed to take it with alcohol. So sometimes we wonder why, we're not getting better because we're not listening to what the doctor or health care provider tells us to do. We need to do some soul searching. A lot of us have children. Do we want to leave out of this world here and leave them before they are finished raising? Huh? Sometimes we can't just look at it the selfish way that, oh, this is my body and I do whatever I want to do. If I die, I die. No, especially when we have children, we have to stick around for them. Hmm? So tonight on Martin Luther King's birthday, I'm taking the opportunity to let you know that we still have a long ways to go. We need to stop dreaming now and start doing. We need to bring up our race up to a higher level health wise. We need to do things that will benefit us. We're still having high rates of dropouts in our communities. We're having a high rate of school dropouts amongst our children. If we can't get decent jobs so we can make decent money to pay for those insurance, get those good insurance and so on, so we can seek the type of medical treatment that we're gonna need, we're not gonna make it. So everything pretty much depends on us going out there and improving ourselves by learning trade, doing something to make money, opening our own businesses, doing whatever we can instead of just sitting down, wishing, waiting to win the lotto or so. We need to step up our games. What else? Let me see. Oh, this person here every night on my live. I don't know who is this coming on. Some kind of bot is coming on here. So hello. Okay. So I sort of missed my train of thought what I was saying. Yes. Um, take a look at some of the videos, not just my videos. There are a lot of videos on YouTube and other platforms that helps you to learn about your health. Cholesterol. We need to watch our food, the foods we eat. Um, cholesterol right now among us, our race, um, just from working in the laboratory and doing tests. And remember, I just said we are like third in the population. And from what I see, when we come in, have our lipid panels and so on, they are high because we consume a lot of foods, and some of it, I don't know if it's genetics or what, but we need to keep abreast of things, change our lifestyle, exercise, watch what we eat, learn what's good for us and what's not good. Um, that's some of the pointers I would give. Um, medication, yes, medication is there to help, but who wants to put most of, all of these, not most, all of these medications have so many side effects and so many things can go wrong that, you shouldn't want to rely on just popping a pill or so on. If it's something you can do yourself, you should try to do it. So I hope next year this time, or next year and next Martin Luther King, if we live to see that, I am hoping that, you know, I can have something else to say positive, like, oh, we have made some strides. The news not saying, oh, blacks had this health condition and every other health condition, blacks is the number one in those conditions. Um, Sometimes I don't know how to take it when I hear it. I'm saying, what happened? Why it's always blacks? Are they just saying that or what? I don't know. But I would say, um, let's take our health in our hand. Watch our sugar. I know I have a weakness for sugar too. I like my cakes and stuff like that. But I don't know. Of late, when I cut a big slice of cake, I don't know if something inside me just repels it where I can't eat it off. Um, but I'm putting the effort. You know, I'm not perfect. I'm like everybody else. Um, but let's try to get our health in our hands. Um, do those screens. Females, um, breast cancer. It's a big elephant in the population. As females, we need to get our mammograms. Don't forget them. Um, do self-examination every couple of days, or I don't do it daily, but I would say at least on a weekly basis, you should be doing your self-examination. When you're in the shower, taking a shower, you need to be checking, make sure you don't feel any lump or there isn't any drooling from your mammary glands. You know what I'm talking about. They say it's not everything you can say on YouTube and Facebook, but you need to self examine. Don't just sit there and things are happening to you and you know it's out of the ordinary because you know your body better than anybody else. So you know when something is wrong. This wasn't like this, didn't feel like this. How comes this is like this now? Check it out. Go to the doctor. Hmm? Because the earlier you can catch it. There are a lot of breast cancer survivors, but it has to be caught early. So don't just keep going and you know that there's changes and just ignore them and then wait until it's too late. Whatever problem, whatever issue you have, try to take it up in hand. The sooner you get treatment and modify your lifestyle, it's the better for you, you know. And my goal this year, I don't like to call them New Year's resolution. It's my goal that health is gonna be my main focus, among other things. Health, because if you have no health, you're like nothing. Doesn't matter how much you have, how wealthy you are. If your health is not there, a big part of you is gone. So we need to focus on our health. You know, yes, it's nice to have other nice things, nice cars, nice homes, nice whatever. But if you focus just on those things and not your health, by the time you get around to find out that, oh, something is going on terrible, it's too late. You know, last week I heard of somebody, I don't know the person personally, but I've had so much contact with that individual. And I spoke to a family member, and she said, you know, so and so and so that I used to be with, and so on. You know, she passed away. She had, you know, cancer, the other big C, not the C19. And I said, really? And she said to me, and you know, she didn't tell anybody. She just went to work, go to the hospital. She didn't share it with anybody, and she just, you know. So, you know, I was very taken aback with it. And I personally know a few people, few friends and so on. Some of them not here anymore. Um, they know they're sick, and some of them, oh no, I'm not gonna do this. No, I'm not doing this surgery. I'm not gonna cut that. No, I don't want to remove this part of me. And then the next thing you hear that it's too late. That, you know, if it's a cancer, it metastasize, you know, spread all over throughout their bodies, and then it's really too late. So I'm beseeching you guys, um, pay attention to your bodies. Don't just, you know, consume everything else there is out there and not learn about your health and how to improve your own health and your family, especially your kids. You have small kids, start them out early to eat healthy. Cut out all the soda and those no good drinks that they sell, that they target us. Because if you, I don't know if you are aware, but they target us black people. A lot of these junk that they're selling, they target our race to sell those garbage to. So we need to learn about nutrition and start invest in ourselves. Those of us who have groups, whether they may be groups at your church or other organizations, start having a little health section in those groups where you share information with your colleagues. You know, no man is an island. Um, there's so much out here to do, so much work to do as, you know, a community. And I know that the big C has really interrupted most of us, our lifestyles, and prevent us from meeting and, you know, doing the things we normally do. But we have technology now that is working in our favor. Because look here, I'm sitting here right here in my couch talking to whoever wants to listen now. And if later somebody else comes by, they can hear me. So, you know, let's use the technology. Let's share information. Don't be selfish. If you learn something, share it with other friends and neighbors and, you know, people around you. Um, that's good. Good news to spread instead of gossip and drama sharing. Share good news like, you know, points out to improve your health. What's good for you? What's, you know, so on, so on. Um, I think That's mostly what I want to say. Um, I have what, two visitors here. I don't know if anybody wants to say anything. It's an open forum. You want to say something, type it in. I don't want to be the lone chatterbox. Just keep talking. But if nobody else say anything, I will. You know. Yes. Yeah, I'm on a mission this year, health mission. And I beseech you to join the health band. Don't wait till when we're sick and nothing can be done, because we only have one life. And if we are the type that wants to hang around till we are in our 90s, 80s, and 90s, we have to start from now practicing good, healthy habits. Okay? Um, I think, let me see. Yep, I didn't know, huh? So. Uh-oh, my camera is falling off. Yeah, yeah. I haven't heard the numbers today of the Big C. Um, I heard last that it's going up both here in the States and in Jamaica. It's to be expected. We had Christmas and Thanksgiving and New Year's over the holidays, you know, all the gathering and close contact and the partying and everything. So it's going up. Um, I, I'm not sure if it's the CDC, but I heard it on one of the channels that they are thinking that it will peak sometime in February and start declining. I'm looking forward to that. This thing has hung around so long. This Big C, if anybody had to be here 2 years and going, I would tell them no. I don't know what. And every day, well, not every day, every couple months, we're having different strains. You know, this strain that is here, it's more contagious than the Delta. Easy to catch. It may not be as, you know, debilitating as the regular Big C that came out first. But in any case, I've heard people give their views about contracting it, how it made them feel, and so on. So it's still no good. And our children, the kids are what I fear for so badly, that these kids are going to be behind in their schoolwork. You know, it just bothers me a lot. And the kids can't get to be in school to learn their socializing and all that, because school is not just for learning to read and write and learn bookwork. School is a socializing machine for the kids, and they're missing out on that, staying home. Last night I gave my little 2 cents about child molestation. That's another health issue among us. That these kids, some of them, if they're not physically abused, they're sexually abused, That's another health issues, STDs, all of that. We need to counsel our kids, talk to them about it. There's a lot of sexually transmitted diseases out there. It's not just AIDS and so on. You have chlamydia, you have all different kinds, herpes, of sexually transmitted diseases, and we need to be open and talk to kids about it and how they can protect themselves, because a lot of times kids are not like adults. Something is wrong with them. They hide it from their parents and they are there with it, whispering to their friends, don't know what to do, and as the time goes by, it's getting worse and worse. So we need to talk to them, be open about those things soon as they reach the age where it's appropriate. Need to be talking to them about it. We need to change our culture a little bit, um, especially my Jamaican culture, where we don't talk to kids about sex and those things. We need to be a little open. I mean, I know it might be uncomfortable, but I think we need to move forward, you know, go forward instead of going backwards. Talk to them about their bodies and have open communication. So if something is going on wrong, they can at least come to you and say, mommy or whoever, daddy, whatever, so and so is happening. This is happening to me, or so on. So that's another thing. Um, what else? There are lots. One thing, although the big C has hampered us a lot, there's a lot of opportunities to go to school. There's money out there. There's a lot of funding. I want to speak to the youngsters. Don't waste your time. There's money for student loan, there are forgiving loans and all that. Tap into the system, use whatever there is available. Don't wait, because you don't know. Probably next year and the other year when things go back, who to tell, school fees and so on is gonna keep climbing. So now there are grants and quite a few. There are actually paying some people to go back to school and learn something. They're paying people to go learn a new career, take up a new career and all that. So the opportunity is there. It's abundant right now. Um, we would be very foolish not to tap into it, you know. So that's what I have to say. What time is it? 9:36. I've been on an hour. So thank the visitors for coming by. And I want to re-emphasize what I stated when I started. We need to stop dreaming and start doing. Okay? So Dr. King, he's one of my heroes. He's one of my special person. And I thank God for him and all the work that he has, all the work he did, he and the other legendaries. And, Dr. King is usually the most famous, but there are a lot of other civil rights leaders that paved the way and made things possible for us. And we thank them, and we should show that we appreciate whatever they did by not declining or by stepping up and using whatever resources that are made possible, be it school, be it seeking out medical help, whatever, housing, whatever. Let's not let what they do go in vain. Let's show that we appreciate them, and also we in turn needs to do something for someone else. Okay, on my Facebook post, that's what I had on there. What do you want to be remembered for? Remembering Dr. King today for his contribution. People like Maya Angelou, you know, all those people who contributed to make life, especially in America here, easier, not just for Blacks, other ethnic people also have benefited. So, what are we going to do in return? Someone set this pace for us and made things easier for us. What is our contribution to society? When we leave, what do we want to be remembered for? Huh? We came and we met things the way it is. Now, before we go, we need to leave our mark. And that's what I'd like to leave with you today. Stop dreaming, start doing. Leave your mark on society. You shouldn't be just the beneficiary to something. You need to be a contributor. Okay. All right. So good night, guys. Thanks for coming. Okay. All right. Let me see who. I'm going to end the live. Thanks. Bye bye. I know there's somebody else, two people on. Yeah.